Hey YouTube, Sam here. Well, I'm putting a landing in here because there's a pretty good sized hole in the landing down here. And a couple of tips and tricks I got for you. You can choose to do this or not, but you can buy a really expensive 3/4 inch sheet of plywood or whatever size you think you want, and or you can do the same thing as I'm doing. And I actually bought this, I don't know what it is, if it's 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch. I would say that's probably closer to 1/4, but they probably call it 1/2. But I bought the cheaper thin stuff. It's got some blemishes in it here and there, but this is going to be painted. But what I did, instead of buying a whole big sheet, cutting it down to size and putting it in, I went ahead and just cut 3 pieces out of the smaller stuff. I can laminate those together and put it on here. It'll be plenty strong in my opinion, and it was a lot cheaper, and I don't end up with a bunch of wood that I have to go store somewhere until I have a use for it, because you only cut one piece out. So anyhow, there's one little tip. And the other one here is I'm cutting in this corner here, and I got the lower one pretty well good, but it went underneath this piece here. And then when I went to put this one down that I cut the same, it hit against here, so then I cut it out a little wider. And the problem is I really don't want this gap that a bunch of crap's going to be in here. So what I'm going to do with the next piece is I took this little cut off piece here and I stuck it against there, and make a mark here, stuck against here, make a mark here, and that way I can use that. Whoop, hopefully you can see that. The tick marks there, can't really see this one, there's one there and one here. I'll put this and I'll mark those together, I probably won't cut this one out, but I'll measure it out, and then I know exactly what the cut is that I need to make in my last board here that's going to lay over the top. So hopefully it'll be at least a little closer here. I mean, there's going to be some sort of a molding probably over this at some point later on down the road, but I still don't want this big giant gap down here that stuff can fall into. When I was here, I thought of something here. That's the size of the thing I need to cut out of this corner right here. So if I take this, and I'm having trouble because I don't have my my stand here for my camera. If I take this and put those marks just directly on the edge right where they need to be, I should be able to take my pencil and mark it like that. Now I'm not going to make that mark right this second because I'm not paying attention good enough, but basically, as like I said, out of this corner I need to cut that piece. So if I take that and put it on my marks there, that should be close enough. I mean, this isn't got to be perfect, and there will be something covering it up at some point, the little gap that'll be left. Alright, so there's my notch. Let's go see if it fits. It's still a little bigger gap than I would like, but 1/4 round will cover that up with no problem. And a little bit of caulk probably in the corner there, but anyhow, there's that. And now my door is actually quite a bit up further. I think that originally somebody planned on making a larger landing piece, that I don't know, when they did this. So the door is quite a ways up, so I was able to stack 3 of those together, and once I screw them down, there's plenty of thickness there. I'm not worried about it. But yet again, if you don't like the way I'm doing something, don't do it. And I'm not responsible if you do and somebody gets hurt. Alright, well, this is Sam, Jack of all, master of none. You all have a good one.